Hi guys, and welcome once again with me, the 40k Empress, in one of the last videos of the year. Hope it's not the last. So, hi to everybody in the chat as well. We have this abomination. Yes, Mr. YouTube in the chat. This is an abomination. And there's actually many more like that in this person's page. So this person is, well, an artist. They are, but obviously they decided to do something with their talent. It's not particularly amazing, okay? Now, let's just take a look at that thing. And you know, this comes to me in a very weird timing because yesterday I actually put on the Christopher Reeve movie about his life, and as you know, he tragically fell from a horse on his head when he was 42 and he was disabled, much like this person in the picture. But unlike today's woke stupidity that we see, he was trying to get better. He didn't say, oh yes, this is so amazing, now I'm gonna be this way. No, he actually was trying to find a cure, and he was trying to get out of the chair. He wanted to walk again, all of those things. It is very touching, and it's very hard to watch as well. But the point is that once upon a time when people were normal, and actually he had, he's one of those people that actually use this condition so he can bring more awareness, and not to glorify it, actually to just help people cope with the situation and actually try to find money for stem cells research, all those things that are useful for the future. And maybe someday we're going to reach a point where we can actually help people walk again. And that could be anyone in any minute, because only 1 second took for him to almost die and end up in this condition. So we should never make a joke about such conditions of people, because people actually suffer immensely and they just cannot have normal lives. So for some woke people to glorify these things, and now even to put them and project them on universe that's supposed to be about, well, a lot of things, of course. It's grimdark, but the Astartes and every warrior, even the human warriors, even the Astar Militarum, like the common soldier, is not even so common, because they are extremely ferocious, just so determined and so brave. And yeah, although not everything that they do can be said that is like perfectly moral or whatever, their own determination and noble qualities and, feelings of honor and respect, that's still there. Anyway, I don't want to get into that pretty much, but the point is that Warhammer is this universe where you do have a lot of good qualities, and we do see a ton of muscular men, especially the Astartes, that are the peak of the physical, very humanly enhanced condition. One of the peaks, actually. Of course, the Primarchs are stronger and Custodes are stronger, so on. So to take such a soldier as an Astarte who is, I don't know how many times stronger than a human, but a lot more times, manly and amazing, and to put all kinds of diversity. I mean, this picture here just checks so many boxes. So basically it checks, just let me put it up, yes. So yeah, this here checks amazing amounts of boxes. First, she is fat. Second, I don't know if that's a she. Could be trans. Who the heck knows? Probably is, or at least she's a lesbian. Second, she's extremely obese, and maybe that's why she's in a wheelchair. She cannot move herself anymore. Thirdly, she has rainbows on her shoulders and like knee pad, whatever. Oh gosh. So yeah, this is all kinds of wrong, obviously. As an art, it's a good drawn art. This person can draw, definitely. They can use software as well. That's all fine. I'm also an artist, but I would never never try to create something like this because I have taste, actually, and I do appreciate and respect great, amazing figures and a great, amazing representation of a human warrior. You know, that's why I love Warhammer and the Astartes and everything else. I mean, the depth of the stories and the depth of the characters, the mystery, all of that. But to see a magnificent warrior in armor is one of the most fascinating, most amazing things to witness in general. Or to see a beautiful woman in armor. It's still amazing. So, I would say that if this was at least a beautiful woman, that would be great, but it's not. So these people, not only that they do not respect any kinds of beauty, any kinds of beauty, not like male one, like you cannot be anything that's beautiful, like period. That's frowned upon. That is horrible to those people. Like, in what world? In what world one self-respecting person that actually does not suffer from 500 tons of insecurities will ever want to bring something like that to life? We're supposed to be trying to be better physically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, that is what we're supposed to do if you want to be a decent human being to yourself and to other people. You're not striving to end up in a wheelchair, being disabled, not be able to do anything. That's not the ideal. How much of a killing will this person do in this position? Because by this point, they're basically a tank with one single weapon. And how much they're going to be able to maneuver the battlefield so actually they are not killed instantly, because they're just sitting duck there. Even if they move, they're still like a sitting duck. Whatever. Okay, let me see the chat. Let me see what your guys are saying in the chat. And then we're going to check the Twitter page itself, and we're going to see what other abominations are there, because there are many. There are many, actually. So, let me take a look here. Hi to Obi-Wan. Hi to you. Matthew. Hi. Yeah, thank you, Clayton. Okay, you're talking here. Okay. Dear Clayton says, that picture I can't even. No, nobody can. Nobody would, in their right mind, can. Okay. She should have written her pronouns on her belly. Hey, that's a great idea. Actually, that could have made her more woke. You're right. Yes. The character relic is just up the stairs. The war peasant wheelchair assemble. Okay. Yes. Yeah, great to be back, Matthew. Okay. B1 says, is this somebody who made fun of the woke stuff? Because ironically, that is what they would drawn if I would made a parody. No, well, judging by the page, which again we're gonna see now, it seems that this person is very woke. That's how it seems. And the black and white picture that you see, that's actually the answer of this art. Somebody actually drew how this very fat character is kicked by a sister of battle. So yeah, that is what this deserves, basically. It's from the same guy who made a Space Mates. Yeah, which we're gonna see when I scroll down. Yeah. They just have to show up and the enemy will die from laughter. Oh yeah, oh that's a great idea, yes. Or brain cell death, whichever comes first. Yeah, actually that's a great idea. So you just will this person on the battlefield and everybody just dies. Or commit suicide immediately. Well, yeah, whichever comes first. Obi-Wan says, also a space marine who can't walk or is crippled is put in a dreadnought, not a wheelchair. Yeah, they can just do that, and this person can be much, much, much more disabled than and much more useful in the same time. I'm sorry, that was just so on point. Yeah, much more disabled, They will get everything that they ever wanted. Just put them in a dreadnought. That's it. That actually can make them really, really useful. I don't think that's a woman. Well, Matthew, I don't think you're gonna be wrong because we are not sure. We're really not sure. Talk about an uphill battle. Yes. Okay, so let me put this this page. I'm gonna make it bigger and put it like up front so you can see it better. Okay, just like that. And I can also see it better on this screen. Hey, Vasaka, hi to you. I'm looking at the start of next right now. Yeah, well, you are also an amazing artist, by the way. So you can draw this, I mean, you can draw an actual Space Marine, as I did actually. Honestly, Chummy made a funny and cute fan chapter called the Space Maze, but now he wants to spite the chuts in the fan base by making an Inquisha Marine? Inquisha? Laquisha? Sorry, Laquisha. Sorry. Laquisha Marine. Well, whatever it is, you know what? When you are supposed to be a fan of something, and now what I'm gonna say, it's really, really crucial, guys. So, if you're supposed to be a fan, let's say that you think that you're a fan of something, but then you wanna change that to fit whatever you like it to be. Well, I would say to that, you're not a fan. And that's period, okay? I would say this is not. Because right now, in the DC world, we also have the same problem with Superman. A lot of people think that he has to be shown to be very, very weak, like vulnerable, to show that he is a human or something like that. So he can be relatable. So make Superman weak, like the strongest character, one of the strongest, most, like people think of him as the strongest. So let's say he's the strongest, or you know, he's one of the strongest superhero characters ever made. He's the first superhero character, like means that he's a comic book character with superhero powers, because the first is actually the Phantom, but he does not have superpowers. But anyway, so people just think that we should make him relatable. I mean, to make him relatable, we have to make him weak. Well, if you think that of Superman, if you cannot relate to Superman already for the 85 years, I think now, that he's been around, that you're just not a Superman fan. And he has, I mean, good writing when it comes to him is when he has other types of struggles that he has to overcome, not only the physical ones. People only think like in the physical sense, and they're just bringing things down to be so simplistic that they're basically a bit retarded by this point. And this is not respecting the character, and this is not actually loving Superman. If you love Superman, you're gonna love him being an alien, being a Kryptonian, and that is who he is. So it's the same with Warhammer. If you want weak, because this is the pinnacle of weak characters, then you don't really like Warhammer, and you just pretend, and you just want to make it in this way. Like I don't know what that is. What the heck is that? Okay, so here is this. Here is like, is this a wrestler thing? Angry Marines, big angry men. Oh, I don't know what that is. And this is probably the mates. I mean, this is literally to make a mockery out of what you love. And actually, Marshall Bohemian World here, honestly, the real takeaway from this is that I posted in response to their conceptual line art months ago. The fact this took that long to finish speaks more about their lack of skill as an artist than any kind of commentary they tried to make. I wouldn't actually go there. I would just say that this is not appropriate because, I mean, no matter how much time it took, this is just not appropriate for Warhammer 40k. That's the bottom line. And yeah, it says based on this one awful image chuts use whenever they cry about DEI stuff or whatever inclusivity they don't like. Well, you just don't understand why, under what context inclusivity is okay. It's only okay when it's organic. That's the thing. And you don't make it organic. You make it horribly forced, like pushed down our throats. And that was a thing, a factual thing, as an action that you take every time, every single time. That's a principle on which you thrive on. So you cannot deny that it's pushed. You can try, but you cannot actually deny it. It's a fact. Okay, let's see your comments, guys. Okay, Vasaka says, precisely, we need to draw something on this. Well, Vasaka, if you want, if you have the time, feel free. You can always catch something real quick. Obi-Wan says, I wonder if those people would get angry if someone makes fan art of Brothers of Battle or Brothers of Silence. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure if they're gonna care because it's men and they don't like men. They really don't like. They're allergic. Like what the heck? Let's make men feminine and all those things. Nonsense. Walt Kowalski says this is not fan art, this is woke art. Of course. Absolutely. That's why I put fan art in quotations. Rayu, hi, it's you. Hello 40k Empress and chat. Hello too. Nice fan art, Jidaru. I want the box set now. Yes. You're gonna take it for free and you're gonna burn it in your backyard if you have one. I'm sure of it. Gabriel, hi, it's you. Quick question. I just got here, so are female Custodes really really not gone? Well, actually, I did just made a video about that, but let me just finish reading the other two. I'm gonna reply. Matthew says, I'm handicapped, but I'm in really great shape, and that's just disrespectful to me. And why is there not a white one too? Are you really though? Are you really though? But if you are really, I'm very sorry, but commendable that you keep yourself in great shape, because there's the other thing, that even if you are, you can do whatever you can do depending on your disability to make still the best of yourself and to respect your body and just try to be in some kind of a shape. I mean, so many people that have no arms or legs, they still try, they still train, and they actually achieve wonders. So the human spirit and the human will are one of the most amazing things. And Obi-Wan says, is the person who made this picture in any way related to Games Workshop or official Warhammer? I don't think so. I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think so, because a lot more people should have brought it up, but it's not. Okay, so to the question of Gabrielle, well, it is a long story. It is a long story, but it seems like if we really want to, like, for sure, because what Gauftrop said cannot be really trusted, because he is not official writer in GW since 2008, but he is a commissioned writer, which means that he comes and goes depending on what job GW wants him to make. Thus, we do not know how much he is involved in writing of this encyclopedia. Guy Haley is the first name, and he's the second name, which would suggest that he has less of a role in this book than this book had 6 months after the Female Custodes Codex was released. That's another thing. And nothing was changed. They had 6 months to change it to female if it was originally, assuming, if it was originally still male before the codex was announced. But they had 6 months to change this, and they did not. Which means that if, GW could be very incompetent because they didn't change it, or they really don't care and they're still incompetent. I mean, if they don't care about the female Custodes, but they still want to push them, but their push is just to appease a certain parts of the audience that is not really there. I mean, it's crazy, but we are going to know for sure if GW actually comes out with a new codex of the Custodes in 2025, or if they come out with another animation or or if a female custode is written in a novel. So we have a few ways to find out if they're still or not canon, but it's gonna be probably in 2025, and that is 2 days away now. So yeah, I just don't really trust him, because what he said in his tweet doesn't make much sense. There are no female custody miniatures. They do not exist. So yeah. Okay, back to this. Back to this. Didn't know that some art were woke. I saw them and laughed. Well, if there's crazy people, there's a way. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, so this is one of the most ridiculous things that I ever seen. Let's see what it says here. I think I will redraw this one. The proportions are a bit weird. Oh, really? Is that really the problem? The proportions? After everything, that's a problem, really? I'd like to detail some electronics a bit more, and I don't like that the head is the same size as the helmet here. Yeah, that's another thing, but really that's not really the problem. It's not that bad, but I want to upgrade it. Okay, this inside of a space mate's power armor, just little something in between comms and larger projects. Okay, I mean, is that really he? Okay, he's sharing what he's doing, but imagine that thing going on a battlefield, and everybody are gonna be just like, ha 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 ha, ha. After the ha ha, yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Is that furries? Oh Jesus! I mean, I'm a girl, and I'm just horrified by all this pink and whatever. This just does not belong in Warhammer. Once again, like, what the heck is that? This looks like the Space Marine is just a sack of meat, and somebody tried to sew a skin to a sack of meat and then somehow tried to make it look like muscles. That is how this looks like. I just don't like a caricature type of drawing. I personally draw as realistic as I can draw. Still haven't finished Royal Dawn though, just don't have time. What? Dready Marines? Like, what the heck? Hey, Warhammer 40k is not like a stage for everyone to poop there. This is absolute poop. Poop to Warhammer. Oh, this is about Superman. Bro, the movie isn't out yet and I hate this attitude people have over a effing trailer. I've seen better acting in poor movies. That's not the problem, it's not the acting, it's the fact that Superman is already beaten down to a bloody pulp in the first 5 seconds of the movie. That's the issue. If you don't see the issue in that, then you don't really get Superman. Oh my gosh, this so creepy AI videos. I'm gonna use a dead person now in there. Ah, God, I'm disturbed. Oh, this is freaking scary. Okay. Oh my gosh. What the heck is that? Like a heart in the center, really? Oh, I mean, this is not a blood angel or something. What is this so... No, I don't really like it. I mean, me as an artist, I don't like it as an artist as well. The proportions I don't like, the shape of the legs, the head. Nope, nothing about this. I really dislike when people try to make a horror character out of a very bright character, especially like Sonic. It's really disgusting. New Superman make him gay and lame. He's probably not gonna be gay because he obviously... Oh Jesus, what the heck is this? Oh my God, are you kidding me? I cannot believe that people actually like that, because it's such a perversion, basically. It is, actually. Yeah. I mean, Superman is not gay because he's already kissing Lois. So at least that. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. What I think there might be a conflict with the Black Library. You have the serious writers who want to deliver quality lore, and there you have these new writers that want to shovel in wokery. Yes, Ryu. Although Guy Trop is the oldest, one of the oldest writers there. But again, he's just working on and off. He's not like a regular since 2008. So I would trust a lot more what Guy Haley has to say. So I'll probably just try to go on X if I can like directly talk to him. I'm not sure if he even can reply. If he's with a check mark, I won't be able to talk to him. But yeah, if someone can just ask Guy Haley if female custodies are a thing, that would be great. Or Dan Abnett. Dan Abnett seems to be a lot more normal, so maybe we can ask him. Matthew says, well, at least the new animated Batman show didn't change the sex of the penguin. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, they did. And there was barely any Batman in it. It was horrible. Vasak says, check the Discord. Show the audience the strong woman of the world of Warhammer. Say no more. Hold on, guys. Gotta check my Discord. Hold on. Oh, this is... Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, hold on. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Just hold on. Oh, you really did a number of the sister, haven't you? Okay. I mean, she went through stuff. You're gonna see them, guys. Just gotta download them first. But those are some good sketches. Oh, yeah. The last one in color. Okay. Ah, one more. Okay. Okay. I downloaded them. So let me just put... Oh, you send more? Okay. Kislev Ice Maiden. Okay. That's from Warhammer Fantasy. Another one. Okay. That's interesting. There are a few more guys. I have not published them on the Western internet. So exclusive. Okay, exclusive from Vasak here, an actual artist. Okay, I'm done. And hello to one of you. And Quinn and Troja. Wait, just gonna put the pictures here first because they're quite a lot. Okay, hold on. So first picture of Vasaka. So this is me. This is me. Thank you, Vasak, for drawing me as the 40k Empress. This is pretty cool. And actually, he did that maybe 2 years ago by this point. So if you make me in color, if you have time, if you make me in color, I would be grateful because in color that would be great. I could make it in color myself and Coral Draw, but first I have to make the vector and then, you know, I can continue forward. But yeah, this is me first. Then we go to the next. Next, this is Sister of Battle, obviously, that got through some hard time in color again. Some old orders, some just painted for myself. Inquisitor, Sisters of Battle, Vostoyarki. Oh, okay. Is that from you mean Warhammer Fantasy? Okay. Next picture, and then I'm gonna continue with the comments, guys, because there are quite a few pictures here. Maybe I'm gonna try to like put them in bulk and then just remove one by one. Ooh, that's a ton. Okay, let me just get a hang of things. Some of them are pretty freaking big. That's why they're bigger than me. Okay. Okay, so first, yeah, Sister of Battle that went through a lot of stuff, pretty much. Oh, we have this here. Try not to delete something that I don't want to delete. Then we have someone from the Mechanicum, I guess, which is pretty cool. It's a bit hard to navigate live, guys. Okay. And then this is very cool because it's in color, you know. That's why if you make me in color of a sec, that would be amazing. Here's the Mechanicus, okay. Then this is pretty cool. It's dark, but it is cool. And here's Karina, of course, the queen, the Ice Queen from Warhammer Fantasy. Then I'm really not sure who this is, but Warhammer Fantasy, for sure. Oh, this is wow. Pana Inquisitor, Nepravilno. I cannot read Russian very well because I'm not Russian, but what the, yeah, Vasak, you gotta translate. I have no idea. I really have no idea, but this is very cool in any case. Okay, and we're done. Maybe some of them I removed by accident. Hold on. Yes, this was very cool. Very cool. I like the eyes. That's something that I would do as well. As a style. There was one more. This was very cool as well. I removed that by accident. And yeah, those are all. And this is me again, which is, yeah, it's cool. Okay, guys. So removing myself and reading your comments. So Obi-Wan says, personally, I think this is just bad fanfiction. As long as it's not connected to official material, they can do what they want, but they also have to be okay with Sisters of Battle and bikini armor then. But yeah, Obi-Wan, but once again, I mean that if you're a fan of something, you will not do this in the first place. You will not make a mockery of what you like, because this is exactly that. This is the mockery. Oh my gosh, okay, this is funny. I mean, you can make parodies that are parodies. Oh, this is new, by the way. That are like parodies. Known to be parodies. You make this clear that those are parodies, but here they're really fantasizing about how these factions could actually exist at Warhammer 40k, and then it becomes a mockery. And then to me that means that in this case these artists, but anyone who does this is just not a real fan. They're just not. I will never want to change anything in Warhammer 40k to such an extent that it's no longer Warhammer 40k. You know, I can make different designs of armor, but still has to coincide with Warhammer 40k. I cannot just make stuff that look more like Lord of the Rings or whatever. It has to be Warhammer 40k through and through. And that's not it. That's so not it. Magic May with comically large fork. Okay? Everything is comical about this. I was supposed to finish this months ago, and as I started around October, but I got carried away with other commitments. So that really doesn't freaking matter. Oh, here's a good one. That's a good emperor. I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, what else, guys? What is that? Okay, so Toya, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. It's very hard to use to say that. Starao Freaky says, Irnomos, I'm not sure what that word is, I'm sorry, is bedridden and is not making it her whole personality or asking for pity or anything. I'm not sure what you mean there. I mean, it doesn't matter what the character is if it doesn't fit if it's a mockery of Warhammer, and it's not actually giving respect to such people that are in this way at all, because once again, like I said, you just go and watch Christopher Reeve's movie about how he got disabled, and you understand the real struggle and how he actually can help people without glorifying this, actually trying to help to find a cure and not be like, oh no, it's super fine the way that you are. No, he was not fine the way that he was. He lived with it. He did the best that he could in that situation, but he also tried to heal, and he did manage to move his arms and legs at one point. Sadly, of course, he did die from heart failure 10 years after the accident, as far as I saw, but the point is that he was strong, he gave courage to everyone, he tried to find a cure, he raised a ton of money for research. He basically did a permanent, lasting, beneficial strives, just achievements towards helping people in these situations. So whatever a woke person is trying to glorify this and even push it in other universes where it just does not belong, to make heroes disabled like it's something good, that is just evil. It is just so evil. It's not good at all. It's the opposite of good. It's just being freaking evil. I mean, nobody wants to be this way. I can talk about this all day, just too much. Oh, okay, Gwen, he says Gav is one of the OG game developers. He is even a game developer, really? One of, no? Hello to you too. Basak says some orders, some just painted for myself. Okay, I read that. He also say women's regiments of Vitruvian firstborn. Okay. Caro France, Imperial, okay, got it. Madame Inquisitor, you're doing the wrong thing. Heretics must first be, you're translating what you wrote on the picture, okay. Yeah, Madame Inquisitor, you're doing the wrong thing. Heretics must first be interrogated and then thrown into outer space. I forgot to ask you. Translating that, okay, thank you. I look at the image and I can hear Greg saying, put the fork down. Greg, you said? Yes, put the fork down. Okay. And Obi-Wan says, their fan art would make a lot more sense if they would make them chaos corrupted. Yeah, Slaneshi, yeah. So for example, the rainbow marine in the wheelchair could be Nurgo breed. The rainbow, yes, this Slaneshi. Not seriously, but yeah. Yes. Ryuk says exact, I write, and Kid Bash so many custom characters. I'm working on a human character within the Farside Enclave, and even Eldar who joined them for certain reasons. Okay, Matthew, that's interesting. Matthew says, Ryu, and Matthew says, I cried every time I see the trailer. I don't know if I can watch it, but if I do watch Reeves' movie, I'll be non-stop crying. You mean that? No, well, I don't think so. I mean, I have maybe 20 minutes left to finish watching it. Well, yeah, I mean, it's moving. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cry at the end. That's usually my problem because I'm too sensitive. And when certain things are really, really touching, I'm like, I just can't. But I hope that I don't, because I'm literally tired of crying sometimes on movies. I mean, on movies, not in life, but just on movies. In life, I'm just trying not to like, when I get on Facebook and I see something really bad about something happening to a doggy or a cat, I just cannot stand that. I just can't. I'm in these groups who try to help animals, and whether I like it or not, I am seeing things. I'm helping other people that try to help stray animals as well. And whatever I can do, really, but sometimes it's really, really hard. Anyway, another topic. But those are the real things, and not trying to push disability on people. I can't even. And yeah, by the way, when we talk about the disability again, there's some news about Wonder Woman being without arms in the new DC comic books, which are very crazy, and they're like otherworldly stories. They're already crossing some lines. Batman looks like he ate three Astartes. He's just huge. And he's just not even Batman anymore. Just ridiculous. Superman is weird. Everyone are weird there. I do not like these otherworldly stories. Yeah. Oh, thank you much. So yeah, I mean, we gotta enjoy this one, this thing, because whoever actually tried to draw this to, did a very good thing. A very good thing. Kicking this thing's ass, basically. And that is how we should be. We should just love the things that actually come from common sense, quality, real heart and soul, and not make this to be amazing or whatever. Anyway, I can say a lot more things about this, but you know very well that the woke virus mindset is like the weakest that we ever seen in history. It only comes from emotional immaturity, and that's it. There's just no reasoning there, just emotional immaturity, insecurities, seeing things in a very twisted way, extremely evil way, losing all healthy means of anything, of understanding, of communication. Common sense is out the window once again. It is changing lives, but for the very worst that we never thought possible. And this is, like I've said before, again, what's the word for that? Not only an abomination, but it is not only a travesty, but once again, yeah, it's so twisted. Perverted, yeah, the word is one of these perversions at the end of the day, because a lot of those things come from somehow inner, not realized sexuality in some kind of a way. I mean, something deep down that it's very, very cricket and like twisted, and just comes out in so many different forms of emotional immaturity and insecurity, and makes everyone want to just throw up. But I mean that it wants to have dominion over everyone and everything, which also makes it extremely evil, even it doesn't if it doesn't realize it, but it is freaking evil. That's what it is. Okay, reading your last comments, guys. Overall, you can see how bad comics are doing compared to mangas, because mangas mostly draw women like women, and they don't have weird politics injected. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. At least Superman is still white for now. Thanks. Thanks for that. Like, thank God that he is. Because at one point there were so many rumors that he will not be, but he is. Zach says, in the West, it will soon be shamed to be just a normal woman. I hope not. I really hope not. Maybe things will change in 2025. I really hope so. With Trump and everything. I really hope that he can change stuff. Yeah. Wokeness is also an ideology who can only exist in society of abundance, because in any society in the past, people were too much concerned with real life rather than stuff like that. Yeah, you're also right. But it's really just really sad, because there's so many, nations as well, and other people that actually are dealing with sexism and still dealing with that. And it's not only sexism, it's extremely like violence against women and children, and and nobody's saying anything about that. Nobody's trying to defend those people that really suffering, and they have been suffering for decades and decades. There's still nothing. Back when I was growing up, there was a movie at some point that came out that was by a book. It was called Not Without My Daughter. I'm pretty sure that's the title in English, or it's something very, very close. So it is basically the story about this woman that got married to a guy that's Muslim in the US, and he acted very normally there, but once he made her go to his family in his country with the kids, they started treating her immediately like a piece of trash, beating her constantly, keeping her away from the kids who maybe were also beat up. I'm not sure about that. I don't remember. And then she did so many, I mean, she tried to escape a few times, and then she went through the desert. She almost got killed, I think, and other things that I cannot even mention. They're absolutely horrifying. And at the end, she managed, I think, to escape. I mean, for sure, I don't remember if she really managed with her daughter. But yeah, the point is that this movie became like an earring on a lot of women at that time. And then we actually had a very similar case here where I lived. One of almost a neighbor had the same thing happen to her. So yeah, and people don't remember even that, and people still do that similar mistake, by the way, now, which is crazy to me because a lot of people are just not educated about other religions and how they may operate and how they may treat uh, women in general. So, yeah, especially people in America, sometimes they just either are really not informed about that. I mean, guys, you know very well that that is happening. I mean, people just think that they can marry anyone from any religion and it's totally fine. Anyway, that's kind of another topic. But once again, who is protecting those women? You know, nobody, nobody. Okay, yeah, because they don't really care about helping people. They mainly care about appearing virtuous. Exactly, Obi-Wan. Yeah. And hi to AR age 9091. And you say, I really do not understand why not enjoy the universe without the need to antagonize it to own the chuts a few years ago. And still now many groups got along on the hobby, either right or left. Well, it's a common sense that you're supposed to enjoy the hobby and not do stupid stuff. That's just common sense. You just enjoy the hobby and love it the way that it is. That's kind of the point. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, there's other universes out there that you can enjoy. You can go watch Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever. You can also enjoy Star Trek and Star Wars and whatever, and also enjoy Warhammer. That too. But do not go and try to freaking change it to fit your own world views because that is just against what a fictional universe even is. A fictional universe is supposed to be about escapism and enjoying something that does not have to do, I mean, doesn't have to have anything to do with real life. It's supposed to be something different and something more exciting. And disgusting. Hey, check his channel, guys, if you like. He's doing a lot of anti-woke coverage as well. He says, I like the one on the right better. Yes, the one on the right is kicking the one on the left's butt. And it is on the right side as well, which is great. It's a symbolism thing. Why do we care about this stuff? Well, we gotta call them out. That's the point. We gotta call them out because when we do, we actually fight those things. That's the thing. We gotta fight those things. And this is leading to somewhere, you know? And it kind of seems like we are more winning than not, so to speak. In the beginning, it seemed like we didn't do anything. I mean, most people didn't do anything. We didn't take any of the woke stuff seriously, and then they overran everything, all the things that we loved, and finally they came to Warhammer. Before we knew it, it was like a plague that just covers everything like locusts, you know. So a lot of people, the normies, were actually awakened and they decided to push back against this crap. And that's how it is. I mean, we would like to just not care about it, but unfortunately, when we did not care about it, it tried to take over the world. So that's why we gotta speak up and say if you like it or not. Actually, some shows and movies did improve. And by the way, because it was Christmas just now, I decided to see this movie with The Rock, Red One, and I was surprised that the movie had zero wokeness in it. Zero. Of course, The Rock is being himself, all those things that you already know, but the movie was normal. It was fun to me. It was just really fun movie. It was Christmassy. I felt the Christmas spirit. It was light. It was pretty long, but I didn't actually feel that much. It was just a normal movie, and I'm like, wow, a normal movie. It was such a refreshing thing to see. I know the movie bombed. I know. But me personally, it did it for me. I did feel the Christmas spirit. It was fun. So it gave me what I got out of it. It was cheesy. Again, a Christmas movie. It's normal for a Christmas movie. Everyone played great in it. It looked very lame in the trailers to me. To me personally, very lame. But then when I watched the movie in context, everything was perfectly fine and understandable and all those things. And I also watched Transformers 1, and that was so inspiring in some points. I mean, I don't remember since when. I wasn't. I mean, I was a Transformers fan since childhood, but then the movies came out and they were totally, not really Transformery. I watched Beast Wars, which was a very old TV show, but amazing, with the computer graphics out of PlayStation 2. But I really liked it because it was good in 2000 and something. Okay, I mean to me that's when I saw it in 2000 and something, when I was still growing up. So. Transformers 1 finally made me feel like I'm watching Transformers. So refreshing. So we are actually doing something here. We are winning, I hope. Or at least we are getting more stuff out that are not woke, which is great. Okay, no, they ruined Star Wars and Star Trek completely already, unfortunately. Well, Star Trek, I heard some good news about Picard. I did not see it. Also, I heard some good news about the new show. I forgot how it was called. Maybe Dear Gaiden can help me here. I just watched one episode. It was good. Nothing woke there. But yeah, let me know if you've seen anything else. But yeah, I did hear good stuff about the new episodes of Picard. And Pip Whoop says we need a new world instead of woke. It's been tainted now, and basically anything with woman or black people in it, I feel like woke should only be for stuff like this fat Warhammer woman. Well, there's nuance here, so we gotta remember how the world was before the wokeness, because there were a ton of diversity in the games and in the movies. There were black people, there were super famous black actors, and so many. There's so many actual woman heroes. I mean, not that many, but there was Dina Warrior Princess that was super amazing from 1995 to 2001, before all of that happened, like 25 years ago. There was, other shows with women, some movies. Ultraviolet was a bomb, but there was other stuff. So I mean, we did had women that were in heroic roles without being woke and women bossy and all those things that we do know now, because there are actual character development, and those women characters were made believable. Something that they did tangible. Their character was developed. They had meaning and substance. That's the difference. So the fact that there's women in anything or diversity does not mean that it's woke. It means, what makes it woke is when that diversity is obviously pushed, when a character is obviously gender banned, and when it is repeated 500 times that this particular character is black or Asian, or they're women, or men are bad, or whatever. All of those expressions in the language, those are what makes it woke. When there's nothing more about the characters than their sexuality or gender or color or whatever. That's what makes it woke. So yeah, it's Frosty is not nothing. It's not nothing. We gotta fight. It's just today's heresy. Believer of Bob, you're right. It is. Why do people cry so much about this? This is dumb. Paint models instead. Well, you can still do that. Thank you for the shout out, Empress and Clyton. Thank you to Awesome Legend. Thank you, my friend. Mr. YouTube says Red One is I don't know what that is. And okay. Okay, Christmas movie, not bad, but also not good at all. I like the Krampus costume. I give it 6 out of 10. Okay, Mr. Beauty, you have, I mean, that's now a movie taste. So it speaks to what I like to see. What to tell you? I mean, it's really, that is now not, I mean, it's subjective. That's now subjective. But at least the movie is just Christmas movie and not woke at all. And as Vasaka just pointed out, Wokies themselves say silence means consent, which they're kind of right. They would just stay there like vegetables and don't do nothing. Like I said, they did just go through us. That's exactly what it is. And then everything that you're gonna see in entertainment and in politics is gonna be only that if we don't actually give an opposite force a pushback. Obi-Wan says, I actually can recommend the new Dune movies, one of the few modern Hollywood productions that came out recently. Subjective. I mean, I don't remember anything woke there. Me personally, as a movie, it's like a solid movie, but it's also made a bit. It's really too long and boring. It's very well made, but it's just not dynamic. It is a bit slow and boring. That's just how I feel about it. But that's just subjective once again. It's my personal feel about the movie. You know, even Foundation, but it's a TV show, but Foundation as a concept is more interesting to me than Dune. But that's just me. That's also the third man you need meds. Okay. I mean, if you don't see the point to fight against this, then we cannot make you see the point. We already explained it. So, what else we can do? Transformers 1, however, was really good. A well-deserved 9 out of 10. Okay, that's great. So people are calling Warhammer woke because of the woman general, and it's like, what? No, that's not an issue. Warhammer overall, like Warhammer 40k, because there's Warhammer Fantasy and you can see more woke things there, but Warhammer 40k overall is not at all woke. But there's one particular thing that got woke this year, and that was the introduction of female Custodes out of nothing. When there were no female Custodes previously anywhere in the lore, all of a sudden they were, for absolutely no reason and no explanation given by GW. They just said that they were always there, when that was a complete and direct lie. They were not. Not even, I mean, not only that, but it was said in the lore a few times that they are men, and they are the sons of noble men. And also the emperor referred to them as his bodyguards and his men and all those things. Men, but there was never any women there. That does not make sense, even that a woman can survive the process of creation of female custody, although we don't know exactly what that is. But what we do know is that there are never any women that ever did anything. Never any women custodians that ever even did anything in the lore, because they were not there at all. So that just undermines them and disrespects them anyway. So it brings disrespect to them as women, because it does not bring anything to them at all. I mean, it does not bring anything to the lore. It does not add any quality, anything. It's just empty, and it's stupid. So that's it. That's the wokest thing that Warhammer 40k has ever done. Star Wars Skeleton Crew, dear Clayton? I'm not gonna see it, but is it woke already? Probably. I mean, let me know. I'm not gonna say it is if I did not see it, but judging on a previous thing, The Acolyte, which is an absolute total woke disaster, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And sorry. Okay, Mr. 1991. That's just a lot easier. A curious thing I've seen is that more people start to gatekeep their hobbies, which was unheard before. It's curious how, with some folks, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile to light years. Yes, I mean, exactly that. No one had to gatekeep anything before. I don't recall myself either, because there was no such problems before. There was not anything like that. Everybody that ever liked anything just liked it as it is. This is either for you or it's not. I mean, I love Superman and you might not love Superman. I know that Superman is for me, but for you, it's not for you. So you don't go and try to change Superman to fit you, to accommodate your views. You just remove yourself and you just go look for someone else to like, whoever that is. That's how it was. That was common sense. But now it's no. It's pushy, it's forced, everything has to comply to a very insecure and pathetic mindset and feelings, pathetic feelings. But based on pathetic, very pathetic emotional immaturity. That's it. Nobody had a problem with Jinx or Vi in Arcane or Lara Croft. Is the way how it's presented that matters. Yes. Although, I did stop watching Arcane, Obi-Wan, because it did went into the woke territory in some ways, and it did push presented these characters in a manner that was a bit shallow, but it wanted to present them to look like they're more deep than they are, which is like a writing, not only writing, but just the way that everything is shot even. It is hard to explain, but there's a lot of shows or movies that you can watch and you can get an idea of the characters immediately and you can feel for them and all those things. But in Arcane, everything felt to me very artificial, very posing like. Posing as genuine, posing as deep, but it's not. To me, it's just not. And that just made me quit and not watch the second season. Now, I did get for a Christmas present, all by accident, from my sister-in-law, a huge Jinx shirt, like huge, that I wear the other day on the stream. I really like it. The art is very cool. But I don't like her. She's like Harley Quinn, basically. Like a copy-paste of her. A crazy girl with a gun, just super crazy, hating her sister. Come on. That's lame. Just don't like the idea. It doesn't give anything to me, So Warhammer had strong female characters in it for a long time. Sisters of Battle, Silence, female Inquisitors, Assassins, etc. So why not focus on those if you want more female representation? This is what all the people that have common sense are asking, Obi-Wan. But we don't have an answer for that because GW does not care to give us one. But this is, of course, the answer. This is the question, that we all have. Andrew says the first woke thing was the Tao. You mean because their ways of thinking? I'm not sure if that fits, because if GW just wants to have one faction that expresses this type of thinking, feeling, like communism or whatever, that is their creative thing to do, to maybe present it as a contrast to everything else. How you present evil and all of those things in a faction. Those are like, evil or good or whatever, or principles. You can also have some communists right in there. That doesn't mean that the universe is woke. That's a different thing. It's not pushed on us. They're just there and they're what they are. It's just different. I only hear that the episode 3 of Skeleton Crew has the two mothers thing in it. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, no. Never gonna sit through that, no. So, Clayton says, I've got the first season but still have to see it, but I'll let you know. Thank you, thank you. Ronaldo says, thing is that Games Workshop are sitting on 1 billion for the next 5 years. If they play their cards right, all they need to do is to give the fans what they want and not pander to people with what? But otherwise, yes. Imagine you're sitting on a golden ticket that could be like the next Star Wars as it was in the 90s and 80s, and you're too chicken to cash it in for fear of ending? Well, that should not be the case because Henry Cavill has already settled this with between GW and then Amazon. Otherwise, they wouldn't go forward with the project, and he will not compromise, as we know. So the indication is the principle that he is built upon, and his word ethic and his respect to Warhammer. So they will cash on their universe and to bring it to screen. They will do that. It's already been put in motion. So all we have to do now is just wait and see how they're going to actually put that. I mean, how is this going to be seen to be brought to fruition? Is what I mean. But I just trust Henry. I don't think that he's gonna allow anything bad to happen because they already have to agree upon things and shake hands and move forward, and whatever they shake hands on, that has to stay, that has to be written down. So Amazon cannot just go and be like, yay, this thing, yay, this thing. No, that's just not possible. Hey, Luis. And Obi-Wan says, another problem with a lot of woke movies, games is even if you left the wokeness completely away, many times they are just poorly written in general because making a good product is never important. Yes, Obi-Wan, because they always focus not on the character build-up, not on their real qualities as a person. They always focus on either their sexuality, their skin color, their sexuality again. I mean, there's never anything more important than those things that define them and not the qualities that define them. Yeah. It's based on AI posts making fun of Warhammer. Yes, but the artist made it for real. I'm falling for a joke. This is a joke art. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? This artist, I'm not falling for anything because this artist, we already went through the page. You're getting to the stream very late. This artist is what they are doing. Their whole page. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Their whole page is about Space Marines being shown as mates. No serious fan of Warhammer who actually likes Warhammer 40k would ever bring this to life. Serious artists like Vasaka earlier, that was here and showed his art, will only draw Warhammer characters as they are supposed to be depicted. You can come up with your own faction, like I did. We also have our own faction here, our own homebrew, but you can never do that to your home faction. So I don't know what's the joke here, because this is how this person is doing things. This artist is doing this all the time. So it's not a fluke, it's not a joke, because everything about them is a total, mockery of Warhammer. This is mockery. If I respect Warhammer 40k, and I do, and I'm also an artist, I will never draw this. Any serious person will not do this. So in whatever way you look at it, this is disrespectful and ridiculous. Here's a good one. That's from another artist who's just sharing their art, and this is a respectful, somehow it's still artistic representation of the Emperor of Mankind, which are also drawn, by the way. And it's a bit similar to this, but it's like frontal without color anyway. You have seen this before. So you cannot like put something like that and be like, no, I didn't do anything at all. You know, it's just a joke, because this is what they do. So what are we falling for? There's nothing to fall for. This is really how they like to see things. And we do know woke people and how they think. This is exactly what they do. And even if you troll people with your art on purpose, this means that you're just a very, very sucky person, basically. So they are either a person that's just not a very good person, well, a person that disrespects Warhammer. I mean, nothing positive about this, you know. Okay, so I'm reading your last comments, guys. This is especially made for poke fun at the AI images some fans have made. Well, as far as I read, yes, this is based on the AI image, but they're usually what they always will do, like I've said. So what does it mean it's not real? They made it. And why would you made it in any case? Once again, if you did not write it explicitly on the post, this is to make fun of the woke people. It's quite the opposite when you go through the page. It's quite the opposite. So this is fine, and all those things. This is completely fine. And why then the banner is like that? Okay. I've been a fan of 36 years, since so many changes from the Native American Dark Angels lore to the Primars coming back. The lore evolves. I imagine Slanesh welcomes woke players. Slanesh, yeah, but that's not really relevant, you know, because Slanesh is not real. So they're still diluting everything into a puddle of pink mess. Everyone is saying still it is fair to point out. I'm really tired, guys, after how many times? Oh, Jesus. Okay, gotta go soon. It is fair to point out that we should not take that artist too seriously. He has 300 something followers. He's just an idiot on the internet, and the end of the day is not the point that we are taking it seriously. It's the point that if a person that's woke and tries to push and glorify being disabled or whatever, is just being woke altogether and just doing such art on principle, is just not okay. It is dumb and it's disrespectful to the lore, and it's just one of those things where we had too many examples of people that trying to change Warhammer to fit their own ideas of how Warhammer should be. This is about that. This is just about that. And we have enough of examples to know that these people really think this way. And once again, like I said, I can relate as an artist. I mean, I can understand as an artist as well. I will never put anything like this out because I'm serious and I respect the setting, the universe, everything. So coming from this point of view, and Vasaka also that was here earlier, you know, he's also an artist who draws and paints fan art. He always depicts everything the way it's supposed to be depicted in the setting, whether that be Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40k. So coming from that point of view, all the people with common sense that will love something, they will never you know, create art that is so freaking ridiculous, unless it's a caricature and you write, this is a caricature and I'm trying to make like a meme or something, which it was not written here. It doesn't matter that he, whatever, has 300 followers. That doesn't matter. Oh. Wait, that's 17k. That's a ton. 17k is a lot followers. They're following 372, but 17k is a lot, so they do not have 300 followers. No, Obi-Wan, 17k. You see here? 17k? Yeah. Okay, I'm really gotta go. Our emperor, who art in terra, hallowed by thy name, your empire come, you will be one. On Cadia as on Terra, give us this day our daily battle cannon ammo. Oh, that's a good one. What a prayer. Believer of Bob. Purge us of our sins as we purge those who sin against us. Save us from the time of trial and deliver us from chaos. Yes, Obi-Wan, I know, but once again, the point is to be aware of these stuff. That's it, because when we were not and we ignored them, they overrun the world. That's what happened. But now things are changing because we did spoke about it. That's the point. I get it. I know what you are. This is rage bait. No, it's not. And you came too late to the stream and you did not hear a word that I said. I actually made a lot of points. But okay, you can think whatever you want. I mean, if you were a creator and you just you're trying to create something that has substance and meaning, and you're explaining a lot of things that actually mean something, and then somebody just came like at the end of your stream and say 5 tons of crabs, 500 ton of crab, just assuming stuff about you, you probably not be very thrilled about it, because it's not objective at all. It's ridiculous. So either you see things from the beginning and get some kind of idea of who I am and how I'm thinking about this, and taking a look at the other content I'm trying to bring. I'm trying to make a ton of other kinds of Warhammer content, but for the last year or so, it was become very, very important for people like me and Chainsword that are trying to bring awareness about, woke stuff, and just talk about them objectively, and not just like some other channels who, for example, say that, let me give you an example. There was news that GW, some retailers are dropping GW because of politics. That were some of the headlines, but the truth was that these retailers in America were dropping GW because GW have very poor ethic. It is gonna be close to midnight soon, guys. I'm just saying, so we gotta go. But I'm just giving you an example of non-objective rage bait for real, clickbait stuff. So you can say something, but be truthful about it, and not the retailers are dropping because politics. No, it is because GW had very poor work ethic. They didn't even call the store owners to tell them when they're gonna drop their merchandise. Their, you know what I mean. So that is it, basically. And there's many, many, many. Endymion said 500 times that the Amazon shows were dead, cancelled, totally, completely non-existent, would never be anything else, without any basis, without anything at all. He made claims, stated them as facts, and run with it, and never actually went back to apologize for that, or just, hey guys, I was wrong. No, he just continued. He's like, hey, Amazon shows are gonna happen. Yeah, and okay, but how about the previous 500 claims that there's gonna be transgender female space marines? How about the other claims that the Emperor is gonna be 500, I don't know how many genders, and probably black, and probably I don't know what, and a woman? Those are things that are said in the videos. Just, I guarantee you, with words like I guarantee you and all those things. So how about that? How about that as rage baiting? Okay, Basake, you are... Oh, thank you, Andrew. And I'm sorry I have to drink water because that's too much talking. Basak says, I once Once new, you meant? Or what's that? Was ordered the furry space wolf, but it wasn't ordered. This is not canon. This is personal art for a personal person personally, and not accept diversity no matter what. Okay, yeah, okay, that's different. That's kind of like a fetish thing. Oh my god. Ah, you didn't. Okay, Obi-Wan, I get you. You can do that any fan art in any universe, but you can't make everyone admire it. This is your fan art, and the community is not obligated to include it in the canon. Yeah, of course not. And thank you, Andrew, once again, and God bless you as well. Yeah, but you know, once again, I'm really serious. I mean, I'm coming from my point of view where I'm really serious about what I love. Because if I love something, it had to earn my respect as well somehow. It has to be some qualities to that thing that I love. You know, like I love the reasons that I love Warhammer, there are many, I discussed them many times, make videos about that. But there's so much depth in Warhammer that I love. I love analyzing it, analyzing the lore, the Emperor, what he really taught, all those things, like the Primarchs and different mysteries about them, the relationship between the Emperor and Malkador, then the different Primarchs relationships, some of the battles, how they were dramatic, and then Fulgrim, and you know, there's so many things about Warhammer. I mostly admire the Imperium, but of course I admire a lot of things about the Necrons and their tragic story, the Eldar in their own way, how different the Eldar are, different kinds of Eldar, and the Orcs are funny in some ways. Then even the Tyranids are fascinating, and there are different kinds of Tyranids. They're just not like one generic Tyranid or whatever. The hive mind. There's so many things about Warhammer that I have not found in any other universe the way that it is here. It's just many layers to everything in Warhammer, and the other universes there's just not that many layers to all the things, and everything is very developed and very interesting in Warhammer. You can make a whole movie just about one faction, about just like, for example, you can make a movie or a TV show just about the Necrons, and it's gonna be so long if you really want to cover everything and so deep. And the characters there are amazing. I mean, all the badass Necrons, Transcend Infinite. And so point being that if I love something and I appreciate for all those things that I can appreciate it for, I would so respect it. And if I try to draw it myself, I would try to draw it. Sorry, I mean, of course, I'm an artist. I'm gonna put my spin on it, but it's gonna be as close as I can possibly get it to the real deal. That's it. When I try to draw a Goldor, and I'm still sitting here. Here it is, still sitting here. Just it's such a nothing yet. It's just nothing, but I'm trying to draw all the things that he has, and ornaments and all those things, and then can barely see it. Damn it. Okay, maybe I do this, and here there's supposed to be the enemy, and he stepped on it, and with his spear and all those things. Okay, anyway, I really have to finish this someday. Maybe you can see it this way. Yeah. But I will never draw this to look like a ballerina, okay? Never, never, never. It's just horrible. Anyway, and Superman. That's why I'm very, very passionate about Superman and Xena Warrior Princess and some other superheroes. But Superman is like my favorite superhero ever. So when I saw this trailer, I was like, what is this, James Gunn? What is this? This is first 5 seconds. Like the previous day, he was like, look up. Look up. That was like the teaser of the teaser trailer. Look up. And then the next day we get the teaser trailer, but it's like a full-length trailer, and he is already down. What? How am I supposed to look up? He's already down. He's already brought back to this miserable state, spitting blood. Then comes his dog Crypto, and he drags him like a bag of potatoes. I will never do that. Never do that, especially not in the first 5 seconds of the trailer. Just show Superman in that state. The costume is like my pajamas and so on. We already talked about this. I already made a few videos about that with my friend Logan, who's also a comic book expert and all those things. And this is not what Superman, I mean, how Superman is supposed to be presented at all. Just watch any other trailer, even movies that you don't like, even if you don't like Zack Snyder, at least he presented Superman as strong, masculine man. Strong, masculine man that didn't take crap from anyone. He stood his ground on all those things. That's a long topic, but yeah, I always drew Superman myself in these heroic positions and like making him manly as possible. And I even hired a tailor to create my own Supergirl costume so I can wear it on different occasions, like our Comic Con or Halloween, and it's gonna look better than most costumes because it's really made for me. It's not like a Chinese thing. uh, so yeah, I'm serious about my things that I love. Oh, and I have this, Wonder Woman mug that's original. It's really cool. And I always, if I don't like to draw women actually, because they're really harder to draw. But when I did, I always drew them, most athletic and feminine and all those things that I also strive to be, to train, to develop the physique, and just to keep it that way, to enhance it and still be feminine, but still have muscle tone. Okay, I gotta finish here, guys. You could even make a Warhammer 40k love soup opera on a paradise world, and it could make sense within the universe. How? Is this like in a warp somewhere? I don't know, probably wrong target audience. No, no, this is not gonna be grim dark. You can't. If you are doing this has to be very delusional. It has to be somebody's mind. It has to be either in somebody's mind or in the warp to make any sense in the Warhammer 40k settings. Because in the warp you can see everything, everything. Isn't that obviously bait? Yeah, for attention, but still, this whole artist, I mean, what this artist is doing is all for attention anyway. So once again, if you're doing this, you're not a real Warhammer fan. That's the bottom line. If you're doing this, you don't love Warhammer. You love this, or you like to use this to attract attention. It doesn't matter. It's not genuine. It's not genuine. That's it. I mean, there are actual paradise words, to be fair. Okay, but that's probably not what's gonna be depicted when somebody thinks about Warhammer 40k, okay? That's probably not gonna be depicted. You're gonna see everything else, all the bad stuff, but that's the last thing that is ever gonna be depicted in Warhammer 40k. I think that's more realistic to say. Okay, guys, so love ya. Thanks so much for watching the stream. If you'd like to support me, the links are down below. I'm doing non-Slaneshi things. Absolutely non-Slaneshi things and educational content. Oh, it's long to say, but yeah, because it's a long stream. But for those that know me, you know very well that I'm trying to coach people on fitness, health, nutrition, intimate relationships. If anyone has any issues with that, and I'm showing my physique updates and how I am doing in my fitness journey in an extremely tasteful manner. Tasteful, normal manner. And I'm doing this in the pocket dimension, in my own pocket dimension, and joining in that kind of a meaning, I'm joining other creators that are also doing non-Slaneshi content, like music content, musical artist content, or I mean, it's fitness content again that I seen there that's normal. But yeah, I'm doing this at OnlyFans, where I can speak freely about stuff. So yeah, I'm doing that at OnlyFans, but only, again, I'm doing normal content there. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. People still don't get it, but yeah, I use it for good for at least 2 years now, and I'm actually helping people to understand better their relationships, their whatever they have, physical goals in life. I'm just covering a lot of topics that have to do with life coaching basically, and this is a very good platform in which I can upload unlimited, and still only people that want to really see it will go there. So this site that is very frowned upon is still also good for such content, for normal content. So yeah, it is good to have a non-slaneshi pocket dimension there and just to do your own content, which I'm happy with. Actually, I did 4 videos before this new year ended, so there's over 300 and something videos there of fitness, health, nutrition, and intimate relationships, everything that I can help with there. So I'm there. You can talk to me personally there. You can just talk to me personally if you like on Discord, in our Discord group, the Golden Stories. It's open for everyone. Yeah, there's really no restrictions at all. So there's that. Thank you guys. And until next time, if we can see each other before the new year, tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day because preparation for the 31st. That's how it is here. But if I can stream like on 31st before 12 o'clock, I mean before midnight, I would. But you would know. Just watch the page. And that's it. More prayers coming in the next stream? Okay. Bye guys. Love ya. And thank you, dear Clayton, for also confirming that because you're also there. Thank you so much. Bye guys. Bye. With me the 40k and Empress. I'm so tired. With me the 40k Empress Gary. Bye. Love ya.